Very good morning, dear students. How are you all? Doing good? That's great. It seems to be all have a exam phobia. Is that correct? Do you know what is mean by exam phobia? Fear of exams. Do you have that? No, right? That's really good. So never ever get tensed for your exams. Okay. Just be relaxed, cool, and steady. Don't always just keep something in your mind that I have to study this, that, and all. Okay, don't dump your mind with unwanted things. Just regulate your studies. Make a timetable. Just assign one chapter for one day. Okay, for each subject. Okay, and study regularly. You will be able to write your exam very well if you follow your own timetable. Okay, that's good. So let's move on to today's portion. Actually, we covered all the four chapters, right? So what we are going to do? So last week I taught you chapter 4, that is creating tables. Today I'm going to just recollect what we studied in creating tables. We are going to do it one more time. I'm going to explain you. Okay. So after explanation, then we will do the exercise questions in the same chapter. Got it? Okay, let's move on to MS Word. Okay, so let me open MS Word. MS Word document, it's over here. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to create tables. Okay, so can you please tell me in how many ways we can create a table? Who can tell the answer? Laya, can you tell in how many ways we can create a table? That's good. We can create table in three ways, right? So what is the first method? Who can tell the answer? What is the first method for creating a table? Yes, Shiva, tell me the answer. That's good. We have to go to insert tab and using grids we can create a table. So the first method of creating a table, but before creating a table, we should click on the place where we want to create a table. Okay. So let me click here. So I want to create a table here. But before creating a table, I want to write method 1. Okay. So let me make a big size. Okay. Cursor and big handwriting also we will make it. Okay. So method 1. What is the first method? Using grids. Using grids, we are going to create it. Okay. So first step is click on the place where you want to create a table. So I clicked here. Okay. Then we have to go to insert tab, tables group, then table arrow. When you click, you can see grids. Okay. So how many grids are here? I mean, how many rows and columns are there? Okay, so this is a column, right? This is called columns. Okay, so vertical lines are columns. So total 10 columns are there. Then how many rows? It's a sleeping line. Okay, horizontal lines are there. Total 8. So this grid has maximum of 10 columns and 8 rows. Maximum of 10 columns and 8 rows. You can see that at the top of this grid. Yes? Okay. So according to your requirement, you can just select the table. So I need all the 10 columns and 8 rows. So select everything, then click. You will get a table. So we got a table. You can enter any information as you need. Okay. So this is the one type of table. Now in this table, okay, let me write something over here. Okay. So this is serial number. Okay. No, let it be days first. Like let it be your class timetable. Okay. First period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth, and then break. Okay. It's a break. Then sixth, seventh period, then eighth period. So total 8 periods are there. So we have written here, right? Then how many days are there? Monday. Okay, I have a question, students. Ready? Okay. To move from one cell to another cell, which key I should use it? Who can tell the answer? That's good. We have to use the arrow keys. You have a 4 arrow keys in the keyboard. So you can use 4 arrow keys go to up or down or towards left or towards right. That is one method. What is another way we can move from one cell to another cell? That's good. Using a mouse. See, I'm just taking a mouse, I'm clicking here. So using a mouse pointer also we can move to the another cell. Then another method, tab key on the keyboard. See, tab key. Using the tab key, we can move as many cells as we need. Okay. So now if you want to go back to the Tuesday column, use the right arrow. Okay. So I'm using the left arrow here, up arrow, then it is Tuesday, then it is Wednesday, then it is Thursday, then it is Friday only, right? Saturday, sometimes it may happen, right? So, and Saturday, it's not going to be a fixed timetable. So, we don't want the Friday also. Okay. So we have created a table, but 2 rows are seems to be extra one. Is it possible to delete the rows? Yes. Yes, definitely we can delete. We created a table. We created a table, so we can delete it. Okay, if we don't want the particular row or column, we can delete it. So we created a table, but 2 rows are extra. It seems to be extra. So we do not want. So we can delete the rows and columns which we do not need. Okay. So how to delete it? Just to keep the cursor anywhere over here. Okay, on that particular row, right click, delete. Do you see delete cells? Then which comes up with the 4 options. Select delete entire row. It is deleted. Again, Friday, after Friday, one more is there. So delete, we can delete it, delete entire row. So we deleted. So this is a way we can create table. Okay. Now, see here, I have written MON. What does that mean? That is the name of the day, Monday. I did not write full because the space is not sufficient, right? So MONDAY, but the space is very less. So we can resize the rows and columns. We can resize means changing the size. That I already explained. How to do it? You have to keep the cursor on the row or a column line, click and drag it. That is what I explained, right? So that is using a mouse we do it. Okay, so that is the first method. The second method to resize the rows and columns is keep the cursor, okay, click on the particular row or a column, okay, then you should go to layout tab, okay. So first you should click inside the table in which place you want to increase the size or decrease the size. Keep the cursor there. So Monday, I'm just clicking on it because I want to make the size bigger. The entire column, I want to make it bigger. Okay. So I clicked on Monday. Then go to layout tab. Okay. So in the layout tab, you can see the group name as cell size. The group name is cell size. And in the cell size group, you have an icon with the name AutoFit. All of you follow my cursor, okay? Wherever I move the mouse, please watch the same place, okay? So this is the AutoFit icon. So click on the arrow mark. Here you can see AutoFit content, AutoFit window, fixed column width. So AutoFit in the sense, automatically it will fit. So that means I can write a big sentence in that particular line. Okay. If I'm writing a big sentence, automatically the size will be adjusted if you choose auto fit content. Clear? So let me choose here auto fit. Okay. So here Monday, right? See, space is too small, DAY. See, automatically the cell it's widened. It is expanded. Clear? Okay. Now see in first period, too small, right? See the size, how smaller it is. Now I'm going to write the period. Monday first period, it's maths. See, I'm writing maths, so it is expanded, which is expanded. Okay. Now see the column 8th period, it's bigger. Okay. Comparing to other columns, the 8th period's column is bigger in size. So see, I'm going to write only one word. Okay. So P. Okay, that's all. So what happens? Nothing happens. The same size it's there. If you want to reduce the size, you have to keep the cursor in the column line and you have to reduce it. It won't happen because the eighth period, number 8, it's that much bigger. According to the length of this 8, this column size width is there. Clear? So this is a way we adjust the size. Okay, resize the rows and columns using mouse pointer. Otherwise, we can go to layout tab, cell size and auto fit icon and click here, then auto fit content. Using this, we can resize the cell. Got it? Okay, so first method it's over. Then what is the second method? So who knows the answer? What is the second method? Yes, second method is insert table option. Okay, insert table option. So first, let me write it here. Okay, insert table method. So method 2. Method 2. What is the method? Using insert table option. Okay, so first step, click on the place where you want to insert a table, then go to insert tab, tables arrow, then insert table option, click here, then you will get a dialog box, insert table dialog box. So you have to enter the number of rows and columns. Okay, say for example, I need column 3 columns. Okay, and I need 2 rows, 2 or 5 rows I need. Okay, so click OK button, then you will get a table. Okay, so in the table you can start typing anything: serial number, name, class. You can just start typing whatever you need. Okay, then what is the third method? Third method is, yes, we can draw our own table. Okay, so method 3, using draw table option. Okay, so for that also, first click on the place where you want to insert a table, then go to insert tab. Okay, tables group, table arrow, then draw table option. Click here, you can see, get the mouse pointer as a pencil. So here you can just click and drag it. Okay, so select draw table option, you will get a pencil. Here click and drag the size you need. Okay, so I have drawn very simple one, a small table. Okay, the cursor moved up, that's the reason the table is up, and here you can draw lines, as many lines as you need. Okay, so see, automatically it is drawn. Here also I am drawing, here one, it's one row. It's now at present we have only one row. Okay, we can draw many rows as we need, and let it be a big row to enter the name here and here. Okay, here you can just draw. See, I'm just making rows. Got it? This is a way we can draw tables. Clear? Is it clear for everyone? That's good. See, I'm just drawing an unwanted line immediately, which gets erased. A boxes has come. Okay, so what to do for undo an activity? I have told you the shortcut key, right? Control plus Z. Control plus Z to undo an activity. So I have drawn a box. I feel that I don't want that box, so I have to remove it. That is undo. It's called Control plus Z. Okay, so these are the 3 ways we create a table in MS Word. Then we have studied about merging and splitting. So what is mean by merging? Merging means joining together. Merging means joining together. Say for example, I would like to add a row here at the top of this first row. Okay, so keep the cursor inside. First I'm going to add a row. Okay, so right click, insert, insert row above. I want to add it above, so I'm choosing insert above. Now I want to give a caption here as class timetable. My class timetable of class 5. Okay, so I want to merge all the cells together. So for merging, I have to select all the cells first. After selecting the cells, go to layout tab, merge group, merge cells option. Now you can see everything it's merged, no lines in between, right? Now here you can type, okay? So you can type class timetable of class 5. You can write it and you can just put it in a center by selecting it, and then do you see the alignment under the layout tab itself? You have an alignment group, put it in a center. Got it? So this is a way we can merge cells. Okay, so after merging, if you would like to make it again split it, also you can do it. Okay, so just to click on the cell which you want to split, go to layout tab, merge group, split cells. Okay, I want to make it as how many columns I need. Let it be one column. Okay, but rows I need 2 rows. See, it is again I splitted. So you can merge cells, and after merging you can also split the same cell. Got it? So it is possible with MS Word. Got it, students? That's good. Okay. We also studied about designing a table. Okay, applying color and designs to the table, right? So how to do it? So whatever the table you want to do, just click on the table. Okay, then go to design tab, and here you can under table styles you can see many styles, and here more options you can click on it. Okay, so many table formats are coming here. You can choose the one which you like. Okay, according to that it will be designed. You can see how wonderfully colorfully it is designed. This is called formatting. Just to making it attractive, it's called formatting. So we have formatted the table with the help of design tab, tables group, and then more options. You can choose any format. Clear, students? That's good. Okay. So I have a question now. Uh, See how to auto fit the size of the rows and columns. Automatically adjust the size of the rows and columns. Where we have to go? Click on the table, go to layout tab, and what is the group name? Just keep it in mind, it's a cell size group. Okay, it's a cell size group. Then auto fit icon, then auto fit content. Auto fit content. If you do so, all the cells will be adjusted according to what you type. If you are typing a big sentence also, it will enlarge it to a big size. Clear? Okay, fine. So students, this is what we studied last week. This is what all about this chapter. And we studied some shortcut keys also, like a page break, go to the next section of the page and all. Do you remember? That's good. Okay. Now let's go and do the exercise questions. Okay. Students, now let us do the exercise questions in your textbook. Okay. For the same, all the students, please take your text and go to page number 50. Okay. So let me take your exercise page. Okay. So take a pencil also. Now all of you look at the screen. Okay. Do not look at your text. Look at here. Fill in the blanks. Question number 1. A dash is a grid of cells arranged in rows and columns. So which is arranged in rows and columns? Yes, it's a table. Okay. So answer, you can write it as table. See here I am writing table. All of you write it here as table in your textbook. Yes, that's good. Question number 2. The dash command automatically resizes a table to fit into the document. So automatically fits into the document. So clue word is automatically. It's fitting. So what should be the answer? Yes, it's called auto fit option. Okay. So the second question answer is the auto fit command automatically resizes a table to fit into the document. Okay. So the answer is auto fit command. Okay. Many questions have their answers in the question itself. So just to read it one or twice, then you will get an answer for sure. Okay. Then the intersection of a row and a column, it's called So what is the intersection of a row and column? Yes, which is called cell. Intersection of a row and column, it's called cell. So see if you don't know the answer, look at here and write, okay? Then the next one, while resizing rows or columns, the mouse pointer changes to a double-headed arrow. Okay, it just changes into a double-headed arrow. Got it? Okay. So all of you write the answer in the text itself using pencil. With MS Word, you can dash two or more cells in the same row or column into a single cell. See, two or more cells becoming a one single cell. What does that mean? Yes, that's correct, which is called merging. Okay, so with MS Word, you can merge. The answer is merge, M-E-R-G-E, merge two or more cells in the same row or column into a single cell. So these are the answers for fill in the blanks. Okay, now let's see true or false questions. Okay, all of you look at here. Microsoft Word 2013 lets you draw your own table using mouse. So is it possible to draw a table? Yes, right? The third method of adding a table. We studied, right? So it is true. The first question answer is true. Okay. The second one, in MS Word, it is not possible to split cells once they are merged. So what they are saying is after merging, that means clubbing together, we cannot split again. Is that true? No, we can again split it. Again we can merge, again split. We can do n number of times. So the statement given here it's false. So the second question answer is false. Okay. Now let's go to the third one. The design tab it's present on the left side of the ribbon. See, this is a ribbon. Is it present on the left side here? No, right? So it comes to the towards right. Here it will come. It is at the middle. Okay. So it is not at the left side. This is a ribbon. In the ribbon left side we have a home, insert, page layout. Right side nothing. In the here you will get a design tab and layout tab. Okay. So it's present on the left side of the ribbon. It's false. Okay. Then next one. In MS Word, once a row is inserted, it cannot be deleted. So we are adding a table with a number of rows and columns, and after adding, we cannot delete any rows and columns. That is what given here. Is that true? No, right? If you have an extra row, we can just delete it. Yes? So they are saying that it cannot be deleted. So it is false. Okay. Then next one. We can erase lines that are drawn by mistake in a table. Yes, we can erase lines which are drawn by mistake in a table. That is true. So these are the answers for true or false questions. Okay, good. Next one is tick the correct option. Question number 1. You can insert a table up to 10 into 8 cells. That is, the table contains dash columns and dash rows. So do you remember how many columns and rows we can insert? Let me show here. Insert tab, tables group, table arrow. Here how many rows and columns are here? Here we have 8 rows and columns. Okay, sorry. 10 columns and 8 rows we have. So the answer is 10, 8 is the answer. So the answer is the first one, 10, 8 is the answer. Okay. The steps to resize the column in MS Word are how to resize a resize a column in a MS Word. Okay. So which tab we have to go? Yes, Table Tools Layout tab. So first two option comes up with the Layout tab. Remaining two are coming with a different option. So we can eliminate these two answers. Okay. Then we have to say what is the icon name. Okay, so icon name it's auto fit, right? So here you can see auto fit content. So the second one is the right answer. So make a tick on the second one. So we can just resize using layout. Okay, layout tools, layout, tab, auto fit icon, then auto fit content. So using this method, we can resize the columns or rows in MS Word. Okay. Then third one, the table group is present in the dash tab. So table group. So this is a table group, right? Which is in which tab? Of course, it is in insert tab. So the answer is the first one. Okay. So insert is the answer. Okay. Which of the following it's not a part of a table? Okay, in a table, what do you see? Do you see a cell? Yes, we see cell. We also see columns. We also see rows. Do we see grids? It's table, it's a grid, right? Okay, which is not a part of a table. You can write grid, okay, because cells, columns, and rows, everything is there in a table. So, grid, you can write grid, okay. So, grid is the answer. The autofit command it's available under the dash group, autofit content, which is available under cell size group. Okay, so the fifth one is cell size group. Got it? Okay. So fifth answer is number 2, cell size group. We can get the autofit command. So these are the answers for the exercise questions. Students, all of you please study all the questions, okay? Whatever I have given, please study the same. Answer the following, I will send it to you today itself. You can copy it in your computer notebook with the today's date. Got it? Okay. And study well. And so that's all for today's class. Okay. We will meet you next week. Thank you, students. Have a great day. Stay home, stay safe.